Yeah, I don't know who they are.
I want to fight Jake to stop his hype train.
Oh wow, you just.
If Logan beats,
that's called a hater.
No,
it's called a hater.
Okay, no, I am a hater. Fuck him.
Cause he's like, man, that should be me, bitch.
It should.
They feel like me. Gotta make sure that they can feel my heat. How many hoes I got? Still about 3. They don't move like me. They don't cruise like me. They ain't really down to get a bruise like me. They ain't really ride with a crew like me. How many hoes I got? Still about 3. Can't be like me. They don't see like I.
It's okay to remember
Handshake way
editing
cool,
can
my
make
God.
everything better. So
Talk ain't true.
Yeah.
I wanna get shit shaking with a do my
I just don't know how to start it. Well, I do
You
know.
want me to be the show host?
No, I'm the show host.
Okay then.
Because this is my show.
All right, shape
The
up.
number 4 podcast in the world.
There you go.
Tuned in.
There you go.
That was tough, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm tuned. Mr. Backspin. Mr. Knockout. That's Mr. Bitches.
Of course.
You gonna tell me your name?
You didn't even give them your name.
They tuned. They know me.
Yeah, but you know
audience.
Antonio.
Antonio, Tune.
I think you should introduce us.
Tonyo.
First of all, time out. Why you keep looking up there?
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
not.
Camera's on.
I am.
Okay.
How you gonna tell me where I'm looking?
Okay,
I can tell.
Wait. You should introduce us, cause, and then
What
we
do you want
said,
me to introduce this? This is X.
of course.
This is Mikeyy. Michael Stoll. Whatever you guys want to call him.
I know. Stop looking up there.
Oh my god.
Whatever, dude.
Don't worry. We're good. Let's go.
This is how we're gonna start this off. What's your guys' issue?
No issues. None.
Literally since the second they walked in, it's been nothing but problems. Everything I've done, it's been an issue.
Well, first
Sure.
of all.
Whatever. Get it rolling. Let's go.
It's rolling.
Yeah.
We're
I
in
know.
it.
I'm saying, let's go.
What's up?
I
It's
don't
your,
have
it's
an
your
issue.
podcast. You start.
You should have done better next time.
Why we drink at the same time?
All right, so I know this is my. No, it's not. I guess Twitter. I don't know. This might be your guys' first time speaking on a bigger platform, I guess, outside of just speaking to other people.
Actually, not. I have history on the camera. Way
No,
back
no,
in-
no. I meant speaking about this.
Oh,
topic.
these topics?
This one specifically, which is
What, like-
the impact COVID has had on us. Because I did a thing for talking
Disgusting.
points. Yeah. Oh, I did a thing for talking points on Instagram. I posted like a thing what people want to see. Someone said the impact 2020 had on us, but it's not just 2020, because obviously it's still going on.
Right.
So I don't know. For
Well,
me,
I mean, COVID was only a huge part of 2020, but 2020 had a lot of other aspects.
A lot of garbage ass.
It's a it's a whole year.
Okay.
You don't need to conclude COVID
but
as the
that's
byproduct.
but that's
of
number
2020.
one.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
I'd say number two was all the Black Lives Matter protests and all that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will disagree with you on that.
Yes.
For sure.
That's definitely
For me, since I've been overseas the whole time, everything's been going on. COVID really didn't have an impact on our work schedule. I
No.
didn't, like, especially in Germany.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got here what?
Like right before everything started to pop off. So
You got here in June, no?
yeah. So
So it was like kind of getting super serious around June.
exactly. I could go wherever I want, and then like a month later, just super lockdown. Nothing going on. I mean, obviously it affects our work, but
So that didn't happen to us. So work wise, it affected us because our workload slowed down a lot. But as far as our schedule did change, but as far as everything else, Germany we didn't really lock down until I was about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was still open. We were still going out. We were going to the clubs and everything.
Well, let's backtrack for a second. When it first went off, and since then, where have you been and what have you experienced? Because us personally, I know we both relate to the same shit. Like we were both in Europe, so we can give like the European experience.
yeah.
Which, before we get to your point, what's crazy about us is Europe took it initially more serious than the rest of the world. Well, Asia took it way more serious because that's where it started, obviously. But we lived a normal summer. I don't know about you, but I mean, I went to amusement parks with masks on. I went to beaches, lived a completely normal life. Bars were open. We went to strip clubs, clubs, everywhere. We were able to live normally. You just had to have
an
masks
extent,
on.
though.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Because we had a bunch of plans for the summer of 2020. Like summer,
And then a lot fell through.
A bunch of plans.
Yeah.
Like we were supposed to go to not Morocco.
Monaco. You say Morocco all the time. That's Africa.
We were supposed to go to Monaco for your birthday.
Yep.
I know we had plans to go to Moldova.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a bunch of plans. And then when did you join?
I joined February 4th, so
right before everything. So it happened while you were basic.
So at the end of basic is when stuff started was just like, oh, COVID is a super big deal. Because at first they were talking about it, and I was just like, okay, I'm kind of like on the inside, I don't care. But then after we got back from like the 7th week of basic, that's when it was like, yo, we need to start wrapping up and put masks and stuff on. Honestly, like I said, it doesn't really affect us too much, like not like the civilian world, but like it sucks because you said the workload started like slowing down, but for us, for some reason, we were working more, and I don't know, I really don't know why.
Maybe it's because you were here, like you were in Asia, like where it started, but I don't know why that would, because our workload slowed down like a lot, like. The summer before, like every summer day, we'd have like 20 to 30 planes easy.
Yeah. I don't think we should talk about our workload though, because I don't think a lot of people can relate to that. I think
because everybody lost their job.
Yeah. So to start with you, you came out here right away.
Yeah.
We're all right now in South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
So we're experiencing Korean culture, Asian culture,
sure, yeah.
how Asia chooses to navigate the COVID situation.
Yeah.
So when you got here at the start, was your life just absolutely boring? Because like I said, we lived a semi-normal summer at least.
Yeah.
And then the lockdown got more serious because there was a big second wave, which I think the whole world experienced. But with you were here, which I think a lot of people would love to hear, like first-hand experience.
Oh, yeah.
This is where the outbreak started. So what was
yeah.
it like for you out here, and what, like, off base in Korean culture, what was it like?
So on base, nothing changed. Everything, it was like a little America on base. Like COVID didn't even affect us yet.
No masks, no nothing. Like people just look normal.
The only place we wore a mask was like in the BX. That was like the only required place. It's
like the NBA bubble.
Yeah.
And I will say this before you continue, just for your guys' thing, Korea, specifically Osan Air Base, the base we're at, did not have its first COVID case until last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
I
thought that was really
on here
crazy.
Truly a bubble.
Yeah.
No.
So this base specifically did not have a positive COVID case on base until last month. So yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, we were going out like normal. I didn't do too much because I was new, so I was like I had stuff to take care of. But anytime I wanted to go out, it was not an issue. Like I remember my first time getting blacked out. We were off base chilling.
You remember?
Yeah, I do. I remember.
Then you were blacked out.
Oh no, I
you remember the moments before.
I remember the evidence. All right, I looked at the pictures and the photos, and I was like, oh, we're not wearing masks. So it was everything was cool back then, but like after a few months, it was locked down, to the T. So it was kind of garbage, but I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I think everyone, no matter where you were in the world, at some point had to experience the shittiness of it all,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Life from this point forward won't exactly be the same, at least for what? We talked about it before. I'm guessing at least the next 5 to 8 years. People, anytime they're sick, are going to hopefully take it seriously and wear a mask minimum.
Exactly.
That's huge in Asian culture from the start.
Yeah,
if you just have the flu, you wear a mask out. It's nothing new to anyone out here compared to the U.S. Obviously, like probably most of our listeners are going to be Americans. They're just not used to that. They just think, oh, the mask is bothering my face.
Yeah,
and I think that's a huge thing too, because from the get go, America hasn't taken shit serious.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and there's a reason that they're still
suffering the consequences.
Yeah.
Not taking shit seriously. Alley-oop segue into the second thing that affected 2020, where you're talking about Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always think back to it too. The Lil Baby song, Bigger Picture.
Yeah.
In the song, he's
song.
rapping, and he says, along the lines of what happened to COVID, nobody remember.
Yeah.
Because during that 3-4 month period, whenever everything was going on, COVID was not on every headline you would look at. COVID was not it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's. I don't know. That's crazy, but.
I guess we talked a little bit about our experiences, but what you originally brought up was how 2020 impacted us. I guess we can just go down the line how it impacted you. 2020 from the start, because the first 3 months we were able to live normally.
Yeah.
There was still stuff that went on. I know you and I experience like
Experience
a
of a
life-changing
lifetime,
experience of a
yeah.
lifetime, traveling Europe, going to Austria, snowboarding for the first time.
In the Austrian Alps, well, Swiss Alps, but in Austria.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy for me. I don't know. I started off 2020 with the fight, my birthday party. So I guess like you said, the first 3 months everything was normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's normal.
That kind of ruined my trip, and a lot of people have asked me since then, when are you coming home? Why have you came home? And for the longest time, that was one of the reasons why I hadn't come back, or I had no plan on going back to the States, is because I just had even my experience in. So I split my time when I go home between Utah and Tennessee. Both times or both places, shit just hit the fan. So I didn't enjoy my trip home. So I had no intention on going home, and then COVID happened. So then I didn't really have a choice whether I could go home or not.
Right.
But outside of just plans getting canceled and stuff, COVID really didn't affect me. I had a few family members get COVID. My dad had COVID. My niece had COVID. I don't know if her whole family had it because they all live in the same house, so I don't know how they wouldn't. And her brother share a room. My mom had it and my grandpa had it. My grandpa was the worst case. He was real sick. He was in the hospital. But everybody I know had beat COVID. So outside of that, my life didn't really. I didn't really feel the effect of COVID as like as serious as other people have.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that so many people in your family caught COVID because in my case, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody at all. I mean, I guess, we didn't go out because, like you said, not a lot of people take things serious, but I guess we did. So, I talked to my mother, and she was just like, yeah, we were locked down from the start. So, yeah, luckily no one caught anything, not even my older relatives or anything, but that sucks. Because I know it's a big, obviously I haven't experienced this, so I don't know the magnitude in itself, but I know it's like a really huge impact on people's families getting sick and whatnot.
I don't know, and I think it's hard too because obviously COVID's serious. Because if it wasn't, all the shit that has happened the past year
right.
wouldn't have happened. But like I said, obviously it's serious. But like with me specifically, every time someone in my family would get it, I wouldn't really like think anything of it. Like my mom told me my grandpa got it, I was like, oh okay. She's like, what? You're not worried about it? I was like, not really. Like I think he'll beat it. And he did. And then when mom got it, she was acting like really sick. And I don't. And like me, I don't know. Like the past like year and a half, like my mindset on a lot of things have changed. So like I wasn't like really stressed about it as she was. And then, so she thought she had it and she was like feeling really bad. And then I was like, you just have to rest, like whatever. And then she started feeling better. And then she got her test back that she was positive. And I was like, look, the past 3 days you said you've been feeling better. Now that you have your test, don't let it affect you.
Right.
So, like, it is serious, but, like, I guess there's an extent to, like, how serious it is. I don't know.
I guess until, like, it happens to you, then it doesn't really feel, it feels more surreal than it is. Because at the end of the day, when I hear COVID, I'm like, like I still don't even know, you know what I mean? Because I rarely get sick, and I've still not gotten sick in like years, so.
Yeah, and he really opened the big thing to me, because like as far as COVID goes, like in all the info that I get, like when I tell people stuff, you've really shined the light on it because you do like the research on it and shit. Like you said, you think it's going to become like an every year thing. Like people get COVID shots. Yeah, same as the flu.
Exactly. Yeah.
And which is what it's been like compared to the most is the flu.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. I feel like you said, this will affect us for the next couple years at least, no less. And then the mask thing is just, it's just whatever. People are bitches about it.
That is
just
true.
Put your fucking mask on. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I guess that also leads into it. You specifically, like you even told me before you left Germany, you're like, you know me, I wear my mask all the time, and you did. Never saw you with your mask off, at least while you're at work or out in public, and you still got COVID.
I did. Yeah. And I went home for a whole month before I came out here to South Korea. I took it seriously the whole time. Kept my distance with people. I mean, granted, I did take advantage of the U.S. being more lenient with it, so I did take a trip down to Florida, which is like a COVID hotspot, to visit my family, but I only stayed with my family. We were always in groups of 5 or less, never went out in public, never went out to bars and anything with them the entire time I was there. Wore a mask on the airplanes, everything, and Unfortunately, I just caught it, whether it was a false positive or not. I had 0 symptoms, so I guess that leads into what you guys were talking about, taking it seriously or not.
Yeah.
But I love the point that you brought up. I wish I would have said it earlier when you said it, but sometimes you don't take things seriously until it happens to you.
Exactly.
Or it affects you.
Yeah.
And that's what my big point of what I learned in 2020, how 2020 affected me, is I guess you don't realize how vulnerable you are, life in general, until it happens to you.
Exactly.
Huge part of 2020. You brought up the main 2 points. I think one of the top 5 points of 2020 is rest in peace, Kobe.
Yo.
Yeah, man, he got on that helicopter
that.
every day
Yeah.
and never thought anything about it. And then one day, the 1 in 1 million chance of the helicopter crashing, you never think it's you until it happens to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, speaking of that, R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah, that's recent.
Yeah, that just happened today.
Yeah, let's flush away
But
what we
anyways.
talked about 2020 and COVID.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to talk about that anymore. Let's talk about more recent topics.
Actually,
Bring it up. Yeah, whatever you
actually,
want.
before we get into the next topic, if we just think about how many people have passed this year alone, it's kind of
within the past year.
Yeah, within
not just
the,
2021.
Yeah, within the past year, it's phenomenal because it feels like people are just dropping like flies. You know what I mean? Rest in peace here, rest in peace there. It's like crazy.
Final point on 2020, exactly what you're saying, bro.
It's crazy.
On the daily average, at one point in the U.S., more people were dying daily than on 9/11.
Yeah.
And I saw that point all the time on social media. 9/11 is the day that everyone says never forget. You know, it didn't really affect our generation as much.
Yeah,
because we're
younger.
We're 20 plus. But the older generations, our parents, they talk about that every day. Every year it comes by, they're like, I remember exactly where I was on 9/11. 2,000 plus Americans died. Bro, COVID at one point from August onward in 2020 was killing that many people a day.
Never forget 2020.
Yeah, just absolutely crazy.
It's crazy, yo.
But we're on the swing of positivity. You know,
exactly.
Vaccines are coming out. Hopefully, you get that. Don't be scared of it.
I guess we'll just jump into something else.
Yeah,
like you said with the. I don't know. For me, it didn't start in 2020. I don't think. When did Mac Miller die? Was it 2018 or 2019?
It was a minute ago. It was a
a long
happened
time
while we
ago.
were in high school, I think.
It was like 2 years.
I wish I could remember the exact date.
Someone died at the end of 2019, and like I said, it might have been him. I don't recall if it was 2018 or 2019. Mm-hmm. Someone died at the end of 2019, and this might be fucked up, but in Discord, I would ask my friends, I would be like, yo, this shit's crazy. Who do you think the next person is gonna die?
No,
you think it'll be a rapper, an actor, blah blah blah? Because obviously people die every day, but not everybody knows about it because people are just people. But yeah, dude, death is like you said. Hella people have died within the past year.
Yeah.
Kobe, MF Doom, DMX.
Yeah, DMX.
I know
recently.
for a fact I'm missing a lot of people, but
yeah, that's only the.
What's his name? Prince Philip died today or something.
Oh yeah.
But he's been dead for a minute. He's been like a carcass in a car.
Oh, is that what
I've seen pictures of him all the time. You know.
Yeah, he's
oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed.
Oh, I saw.
He finally passed.
Damn.
At 99.
That.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of someone on a parachute and it said, "Damn, Prince Philip's won the gulag." I didn't even know. I didn't even know that. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, no, that's why they would make that joke.
I didn't know he died.
Yeah, he passed away.
Crazy.
Damn. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I had. Oh.
Yeah.
I guess another thing we talk about is we've talked about how it affected, and I know you said we're getting off of it, but
dude, it's such a big topic.
How's your guys' mental state? Because like we said, it didn't really affect us that much as far as our everyday lives, but how's your guys' mental state changed since then? And maybe not even because of COVID, but in the past year, I guess it would be because I don't know. How's your guys' mental state changed since 2020, the beginning of 2020?
Since I got here 2020, I joined 2020. So my initial mind state was just I'm about my money. I'm gonna get everything done, set, stone. I'm focused. And as the course of the year went on, I don't know if I was more so sad, but I was just going through the motions every day. And it could very well be because of 2020, because normally I don't let things affect me like that. But I feel like it was just the overall just being inside more just makes you, more into yourself. So you don't really get out. You don't really you start to pay attention to the little things a little bit extra. So I feel like that's what really got me, was just staying inside all the time and not actually, because like at first I would, you know, I'm a voucher. I like being inside all the time, you know. I'm an inside person. But once it becomes to a point where you're just like thinking about things that you would normally not think about because of COVID, it just, you know, it starts a snowball effect, and it becomes just like, yo, I need to get out of here. You know what I mean?
I think that kind of correlates with what you said when you said you don't really realize the severity of something until it happens to you.
Yeah.
I guess that goes with what you were just saying. You didn't realize how, like, you said you like being inside until you had no other choice but to be inside.
Exactly.
So it's like...
Then you're like, damn, I want to do anything else than be in my room by myself, talking to the same people, doing the same shit.
It's like the memes you see, like, when it's like me about to go wash the dishes, and then my mom, wash the dishes. Now I don't want to wash the dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like I was already going to do it.
Now I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. So I think,
maybe that was a trick. That was a trick to get people to wear their masks. It was like, don't wear your mask, because you tell them to wear the mask, and they're just like, I don't want to do that.
That's one of my big things. One of my biggest like satisfactions in the world is proving people wrong, or just making people look stupid. So when someone tells me not to do something, I just, maybe that's a human thing, but I just feel obligated to like do it.
It's defiance.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just me. Probably is just me, but yeah. Anyways, your mental state?
I mean, I feel like I changed a lot. I really feel like I like matured a lot through it all. I became more self-aware of like the needs that I have personally, and like one of my major things is like fitness. And I remember like when the gyms were closed at the start.
Yeah, you hated it.
Difficulties, everything will be okay. Don't worry. Let's proceed.
Back to you.
What a great,
you were saying
great start.
Shut up, bitch.
Camera
you were saying that about the gym closing because fitness was a big thing.
Yeah.
And before you continue, I remember at the beginning of last year, we were waking up every morning, and it's kind of crazy because we stopped after COVID. I don't know why, because we weren't using the gym, but we would wake up every morning at 3:30.
We just weren't on the same shift
and go run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why. But anyways, we wake up every morning and go run, and then it seemed like maybe we did switch shifts, but it just seemed like when COVID started, that's when we stopped like doing our like routine.
Yeah. There was kind of an incentive to stay away from people and
I guess
not do stuff, and then I remember the shifts changed, but that's not really relevant. That's not important. I was talking about my mental state. I matured a lot. I realized like the things that I need for sure. One of them being fitness. When the gyms closed, I felt super different about myself, less confident. Didn't have that place to put out all that like energy inside you, you know, because fitness really is like a huge thing to a lot of people, and I know for me, I realize it is. And I could go out and run because I'm a huge runner, but it just, I don't know, I got into the gym more, and like not being able to lift was a big problem. And I think I realized like it may sound selfish, it may sound like privileged, but one of the things that I really like about life before COVID was being able to do what you want, you know. Once you're not able to do what you want, and I mean, there's just like walls that you have to go through, and you have like different obligations. You know, like as we get older, like your job becomes like your number one priority. Unfortunately, you know,
you just become defeated.
You just become defeated, and then like when it comes to like the mental state, it almost becomes like a battle where like taking care of yourself becomes like number 2 on your priority list. Number 1 being things that you have to get done, paying bills, going to your job, you know, whatnot. And that's where like the monotony came in with COVID, because we were fortunate enough to where we didn't lose our job. We, you know, had to continue on with life. So even with COVID, life became like cyclical. We were still doing the same stuff, but at the same time we weren't fulfilling our own personal needs, you know. So that like my mental state, like I said, I matured a lot because I realized what I needed, but my mental state was not good the whole time. I won't lie. It was a struggle, but we're on the come up now.
Yeah, I don't know. Something, I'm not going to get into it just because it's nobody's business, and even though I'm not on good terms with the person, I just don't feel good here. Anyways, something happened last year around July. Well, I guess it was from like February to July that really affected me personally with someone I was really close to. And around July, I wasn't forced. I made a decision that I thought would benefit me to exclude that person from my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it did help. It helped a lot. Less stress, less worrying about other things besides me, like you said. Because I feel like I was constantly just worried about other things that would happen back home, and I'm all the way in another continent, worrying about shit back there. And so I think for me, my mental state improved as far as just not caring, because like you said, you matured. We'll just keep going on the top one.
Okay.
You said you matured. For me, I don't know if it's because I feel like some people would argue that it's not maturation. Is that the word?
Maturation.
Maturation. Yeah. Some people would argue that it's not maturation, because for me, since that instance, I just stopped caring about stuff that I truly cannot control. Obviously, there's still worry there. Obviously, there's still some type of care. But the extent I was caring and the extent I was worrying and the stress it was weighing on me, I relieved it all. And since then, my life, as far as my mental state, my life has been significantly better. Yeah. These people are still a part of my everyday life in a way, just because they're talked about a lot. Like when I'm on the phone with my mom. But as far as my mental state, I feel like I've matured a lot. Like you said, it has, and I think that's just the Air Force in general. Like the person who, like I say it all the time, if I met the high school me, like I would beat the fuck out of him. That kid was an asshole. But I just think, I think it was just the Air Force that helped me mature. Because the real world, whatever. Which goes into something I've been saying. Hey, any of my high school friends out there? Well, not friends, whatever. Anybody that's in high school right now, the next time your teacher tells you, that's not going to fly in the real world, stand up in the class and say, how do you know? And they're going to be like, what are you talking about? And be like, dude, you went to school to go back to school. You don't even know about the real world. Fuck you. What, you get suspended for a couple days? Cool. It's not going to affect you. I hate teachers.
Quick random question. Have you been suspended?
Fuck teachers, bro.
Huh? Have you been suspended?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have.
Fuck teachers. Yeah, back to what because you read the notes. If you die at 60, you're only 40. Because you've only lived 40 years because you're asleep.
Yeah. For 1/3 of your life.
Because the average person sleeps 8 hours a day, which is 1/3 of your day, which is 1/3 of your life.
Wait. The average person, how on a day-to-day basis, what do you think an average person sleeps? Like hourly wise.
We don't need to think it. We know
8 hours
that children need 8 to 10 hours. Adults need 5 to 7.
Yeah.
So I would say on average is 7.
Yeah, average is 7 to 8 hours of sleep for all of humanity. Right. And that's 1/3 of your day.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's not exactly, like you're not exactly sleeping for 20 years of your life if you live to 60, but you get the point. Mm-hmm. On average, 1/3 of your life is spent doing some random BS.
Dude, I took a sip of that thinking it was water Mio, and...
Dude, you're a coward.
I'm not a coward. Alright, so let's talk about it.
I got a question for you guys. And it applies to both of you because you guys are both in relationships. Uh-huh. Long distance relationship. First of all, I could never do a long distance relationship.
It's hard.
Even though eventually you will be going back. I don't know. It's hard. Dude. I guess that's every long distance relationship. Eventually you guys will be together, or that's the plan. I couldn't do a long distance relationship.
It's hard. Yeah.
But with the relationship comes priorities. Mm-hmm. With priorities comes bills and all that, which in turn comes money. Uh-huh. So you guys are both in a relationship, and I joke about it with you all the time. You have a 2-income household.
Yeah.
So if you and your significant other agree to combine money, right? Just to pay for whatever.
Incomes, yeah.
Income, yeah. Combined income. Should the person who makes more money be able to spend more money? And you open my eyes to another... This will lead after we give our opinion. You open my eyes to some. So I'm going to ask you. If you make more money than your spouse, should you be able to spend more money? If you guys agree on combining your money, should you be able to spend more money? Or whoever makes more money, should that person be able to spend more money?
Well, I don't look at it as a a certain amount type of thing. It's more so as like whatever that's being spent does it have a purpose? Is it a priority? And, you know, can you make good use out of it? I don't really
like this guy.
What? Yeah, because, like, I mean, if my significant other has something then it's like, you know, thousands of dollars to buy, if it's justified, I'd be like, okay, whatever. But, like, if it's, like, no reason, you know what I mean? I'd be like, no, you know.
Like, you guys combine money. Yeah. Say at the end of the month you guys have $2,000 left over. Yeah. Your girl wants a $1,400 purse. Just cause she wants one.
What did she do to get the $1,400 purse?
What do you mean?
Like, did she achieve a goal or
no? It just came out.
Milestone in life?
It just came out. She really likes it. She wants it.
Yeah, you said want. You don't need a purse that much.
Okay.
I mean, but if she were to do something like, say, if she like did something good on the job or whatever, and like
she's got a promotion.
Yeah, I wouldn't let it. I'd be like, yo, congratulations, here you are. Treat yourself. You know something? See what I mean? That I feel like that's justified. But like, I've never been behind the idea of giving out rewards just because.
Just cause.
Because then you're expected to get something just for, you know, doing normal
stuff. It's like training a dog. They do something good, you can give them a treat.
You just compare a relationship to training a dog? No.
It's a relationship.
No.
You can speak on your input. We talked about it last night a little bit, and which led me into another thing. But I'll let you say your input because what you said I think was really good.
Yeah. I'll just do it in a numbers space. Like this isn't exactly like the income that I have or like realistic income, but just hypothetically, you get like the percentages. You understand where I'm coming from. Yeah. Say every month I make $1,000. If we're combining money, like you said, and say I make more than my significant other, would I expect me to spend more than her because I make more? No. You have to cover bills first. So I make $1,000. Right. Say bills cost $500. Half of my money's gone on bills. Those absolutely have to be covered before anything else. So there's $500 left. I always plan on having my own account and then a joint account. The joint account is for us to spoil each other, do whatever we want with it, cover whatever we want. There's no thoughts about it. That's spending money. Mm-hmm. First of all, you always got to take care of yourself because you never know what will happen in a relationship. You never know what will happen in life. So if I have $500 left, because like I said, half of it's going to bills, say I put $200 towards myself, $300 onto the card.
To the
that we share, the joint card. If she goes ahead and spends $300 that I just put on it onto a new purse or something for herself, I'd be like, damn, I don't agree with that purchase. However, I put that money down onto our joint account. We're doing what we want with that money. So be it.
You think it's punishable?
No, not punishable at all.
Who are you?
No.
We're fucking masters?
Yo. I guess I worded that the wrong way. The point I'm trying to make is you cover priorities first, aka bills. After that, you cover your own ass, which, like I said, hypothetically in this situation, $200 towards myself, I already did. Mm-hmm. The rest of that money, it is what it is. If she finds something that she wants, whatever makes the girl happy, you know?
Yeah, and let's not just...
Part of it is about making the other person happy.
Let's just not focus on the other person spending money. Because you're gonna spend, if I want something, like if I wanted a new monitor or something, $300 monitor.
And you only put $200 into the joint account, but she threw $150 in, so you're only leaving her $50 left for that month? Yeah, treat yourself. Who cares? Yeah.
But like you said, you have to ensure your own financial safety.
Ensure yourself first, and before you even ensure yourself, ensure the priorities.
Which leads into my next question. Would you guys make your significant other sign a prenup? So that way, if something does, because like we talked about earlier, when you get married, obviously everything's gonna be perfect. Because you're getting married for a reason. Yeah. You're not thinking about anything that would go wrong, any financial crises, if you're going to divorce. But when it does divorce, you brought it up, people get lawyers, every divorce, the lawyer starts talking, money. People love money.
You say one thing on the phone, then you get in the courtrum, and all of a sudden...
Yeah. So would you sign a prenup so that way, like you said, you're financially stable?
I have a perfect answer for this. So... I always would think about this, right? Because, you know, people look at marriage as just like we love each other type of thing. Mm-hmm. But love and marriage are two different things. A marriage is a contract. Love is something that's intangible, right? Like,
yes.
Like, you can love somebody, but still know in your brain that that person might not be the same person 20 years down the line. Or 5 years down the line, right? there's nothing wrong with ensuring your security as a human being, because at the end of the day, you guys are both adults. And all marriage does is solidifies that contract saying that, I'm with you, regardless. But obviously there's divorce, you know what I'm saying? So if there's marriage and there's divorce, there has to be, a way of security for both individuals, because, 50% of America gets divorced. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of heavy. Like, obviously, I don't, it sucks thinking about it, and it sucks to bring up with your significant other. It's like, oh yeah, let's sign a prenup, because then they could just be like, why do we need a prenup? I'll be like, what?
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
I'll be like, well, just in case you start tripping, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. You got to do it. Like, you don't have to, but like I highly suggest it.
It's a smart thing, because in one way or another, both people are like, they're sort of vulnerable to suffer from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if my wife is making more money if my wife would be making more money than me, I could try to take all her money, and then vice versa.
Exactly.
I guess you said marriage is intangible, so I guess that leads to another thing, which I've always thought about. Do you guys, in a relationship with someone you're intimate with, not like a friendship or anything, where do you guys hold titles, like as far as importance?
What type of titles?
You're my girlfriend. You're my.
How important are titles and labels?
Yes.
Yeah.
In an intimate relationship.
I don't think titles and labels matter that much, as long as you two understand what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At the end of the day, a relationship is only between you two.
Yeah.
You don't need the input from the rest of the world.
So,
you don't need it.
You don't need it at all.
But I feel like society has formed our generation specifically to strive for that. That's what I'm looking for. Fucking not authenticity. Validation.
Yeah.
So like what you're saying, for example, if I randomly am dating some girl and like we both agree, we call each other boyfriend and girlfriend, but then she goes out in public and she's like, I don't have a boyfriend. Yeah, that's different.
No, not to that extent, because that's just.
I think he.
I'm about to say,
fuck that.
Those are labels.
Hold on, no, let me speak my mind.
Yeah.
So, for example, there's a talking stage. Our parents didn't have a talking stage. They didn't believe in that. So now there's a talking stage. If I'm spending 2 to 3, I'd say minimum at 2 months. If I'm spending 2 months with you every day, almost every day, we're intimate, we're in a relationship. To me, personally, I don't feel like I should have to ask you to be my girlfriend.
Right, because at that point,
really? You're already my girlfriend.
So I went back in the day. I was. So I remember my first like super serious girlfriend. Right, we talked for about like 8 months, but in my brain, I'm like, shit. It's 8 months. It's my girl, easy.
Facts.
One day she calls me, she's like, so what are we? I was like, what do you mean, what are we? My name is Xavier. like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Who am I? You know who I am. See me every day. Yeah. I'm X. What you talking about? So yeah, like it's a mindset thing. For me, I never had to do that because like with my older brother, like he never did that. He never called a girl his girlfriend. You just look, because like some people just use common sense or they infer. So it's like I never really cared. Like if I see you every single day, I shouldn't have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you know who your mom is. You don't have to call her your mom 24/7 because you know who your mom is. So it's like, why are you doing that with your girlfriend?
The bird.
Like, yeah. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But now I see it. You know, you got
I think it's just a complex topic.
It is. It really is.
Because every situation is different. Every person is different.
Yeah.
Because I totally get, like, there's no need for labels in some things or some situations. But in other situations, it is important to let the person know.
Especially if you don't like them as much as they like you. So that's why I said I changed, because like I do it all the time where I'm like talking to somebody and I'm like they're cool but we're not quite there yet. But then in their mind they're like this is it. This is we're in there. I'm just like I'm gonna have to say something. Like, you know what I mean? And it sucks, but you have to set certain boundaries before you set titles and labels, because then there could be a misinterpretation altogether. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess in general, like society looking in on it, I feel like females are more of the ones who strive for the validation. Not validation, but just like for example, being shown off on social media. camera cut off.
Hold on. That thing's a piece of garbage.
Hey.
It is.
Hey.
Oh, yo, Tune. Word of advice.
What?
We're not allowed to say females.
Why?
That's
what they are.
You have to say women, actually.
Yeah, kiss my ass.
You want a superpower?
No, we say hoes.
Stop!
Oh,
that was
man.
still recorded! Hey! No,
Yeah, where the bitches at?
Hey, chill.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Yeah, I feel like women, society-wise, they're the ones to seek validation more than men. But me, particularly, I was always... So I've only been in one real relationship, I guess I would say. It was in high school, so I don't know if I would... Because like I said, I'm a completely different person than then. So I don't know if I would consider it a real relationship. But I've only been in one real relationship, society-wise. Like, that was my girlfriend.
Going public.
Yeah. I've only been in one real relationship my whole life. But I've talked to other females, like, before and then even after that. And my biggest thing is like you, or one of you guys said it, like, you go out in public and you're like, oh, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? No. Like, that's my thing. So I'm kind of insecure in that way to, like,
yeah,
not anymore. I'm not that insecure anymore, but like I would like, I don't know how to explain this.
That's common though, cause like,
so there's this girl I follow, and it's one of the twins.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a relationship right now, and she doesn't show her man at all, but she lets it be known that she's in a relationship, and I respect that a lot because, like I said, the validation is there. Yo, I'm in a relationship. But it doesn't matter who I'm in a relationship with as long as I'm happy. And I think that's something I've always struggled with because I'm a very sensitive and emotional person to an extent to where I need validation. Like, yeah, you say all this stuff while we're texting, while we're talking, while we're on the phone. But, like, do other people know? And, like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Nah, that's actually really common. So what I see a lot is the exact thing that you're describing. Is like you want to make sure, like, you know that's you're the person you're in a relationship with, and they know. Mm-hmm. But you want to make sure that they are letting everyone else know that, hey, this is me. Back off. You know what I mean? Because like it could get really weird. Because I had an altercation where I had to you gotta like I said, setting boundaries is super important, and like an insecurity is an insecurity, but at the same time, it's like you're just trying to make sure that your significant other is not out there just be like, hey, yo, look, I'm still me. I'm just talking to that guy, because that would suck. And it's 2021. We ain't got time wasting our time on garbage ass relationships. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you guys a question, because you guys are both in relationships. A guy slides in your girl's DMs, does the normal whatever, hard eyes, you're beautiful, blah 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 blah. Your girl replies with thank you, heart emoji. Is that an issue for you guys or no?
I'll answer this one first because I don't use social media like that. So, to me, I'll be like, bro, what was that? Unfollow, block him, something, press the button. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Whoever that guy is, fuck you. But I know that it's not that serious because it's the internet, right? Like, she can't really control how many people are attracted to her. So
I agree.
You know what I mean? So
but she can control her response.
She can. So and that's good, because like I'm not insecure about that, because like I
yeah, Mr. Bitches.
Stop.
Yeah.
I just
we get it.
I'm just not insecure about that shit, like, because in my mind I'm like, all right, well, I mean, that's cool, but like he's probably weird in person. You know what I mean? Like, the internet is real finicky about that stuff. Like, I've never been a social media person, so the person that I am in life is like, that's me. So because I know online you can switch up real quick, but like their response could also be an enabler to insecurities, right? Because like if you're like, you just happen to walk by someone's phone or your girl's phone or whatever, and it's not closed, and you're just like looking at it like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? You see something that is like, why did you respond that way? You could have just been like, hey, get out my face, I got a boyfriend. But instead you said, thank you. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You know what I mean? Like,
not only thank you, but with the heart emoji.
Yeah, with a heart.
I think at the end of the day, every situation is different. It just comes down to perception.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, what are you supposed to perceive as the situation when you stumble upon that situation and they say thank you with heart emojis.
Yeah.
What are we all in our heads? What are we all thinking? Oh, she's flirting back. She's okay with that.
She's fucking.
Yeah. If you're in a relationship, you obviously don't want that. There's nothing wrong with saying thank you. There's nothing wrong with just responding with a thumbs up. You know, you can just react to the message back. I have no problem with that, but in that situation, it's perception. But again, every situation is different.
So I'll give you guys an example. So there's two different occasions.
Sucks.
Whatever. Dude. 2 different occasions happened to me specifically. So I'll use mine, like the lesser consequence, whatever for mine. This one girl DM'd me one day, and she's like, "Hey, I had a dream." I remember it specifically because I talk about it all the time with my was back home. But she's like, "I had a dream that we were at Taco Bell, and because you know Taco Bell, the hot sauce packets have little notes on them. She's like, this hot sauce packet said that we should start Snapchatting, and I got the DM while I was with my girlfriend at the time, so I looked at it and I said, I gave it to my girlfriend. I was like, "You want to reply to this?" And she replied to it. Whatever, blah blah blah. So there was another instance where I don't know why, but me and the same girlfriend were upstairs in the same room with her brother, just chilling, and I was going through her phone. I don't know why, but she just like handed me. I don't know what happened, but I was just casually scrolling through her phone, and being the person who I was back then, I was like, okay, where am I gonna find out stuff that I would want to know or whatever? So I went to her group chat with her friends.
Oh my god!
And I was scrolling through it, and she was sitting next to me the whole time. Mm-hmm. But I guess maybe she didn't think it. I don't know. But I was scrolling through messages, and all her friends were referring to some other dude, saying like, "Oh, he wouldn't treat you like this. He wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that." And instead of her not even defending me, but just being like, "No, like blah blah blah," she was just like, "Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe you're right." So I got hot, and I threw her phone. And I was like, sick. I was like, "Yo, you trying to?" I told her little brother, "I was like, you trying to play some COD?" And I got mad, like that's. I guess that's what I'm going to. Like, why did she not like?
So I guess
you know what I mean.
I don't know, cause like for me, it's like I hate. So I get DMs too, but regardless of my lack of freaking usage of Insta or Twitter or any of that shit.
Yeah.
So I know how it is. Like you don't want to be mean, but at the end of the day, everyone likes attention, right?
Yeah.
100%. Attention, and that's
We're
actually
humans.
the core. That's the core of why people respond the way they do, right? Yeah. Because even if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or what have you, if someone is in your DMs, like saying hey or whatever, I think you're cute, like you're not gonna want them to just automatically go away. You're gonna want them to, compliment you more. That's it. Like it's really an attention thing, and especially in this day and age, right, where like, dude, it's so everyone's so attention seeking. Like, I'm okay with just never hearing from someone random ever again, but that's not how the rest of the world is. You know what I mean? Like, a good example I use is like if someone has a tweet and the tweet is hot, they'll automatically like link their shit in the freaking thread, right? Yeah. It's just like, just let that tweet be hot. Why you got? You're like, by the way, guys, I'm hot. Check out my other shit. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Because we live in a society where the main as far as get money out of the topic, get famous, validation is the drive for everybody.
Everyone wants to be looked at.
And I guess what he was saying goes back to what you were saying about the what did you just say?
It's okay, hang in there, buddy.
What did you just say?
Attention, man. Focus.
No, what the fuck? What was it?
Hey,
I don't know.
Look at me. Hey, look at me.
No, I won't remember if I look at you.
No, look at me.
I don't remember at all.
You think you can do this on our podcast? You better shape up or ship out.
Our?
You better close it up.
Our
too.
podcast?
We've been going on for an hour
now.
Hey,
Tune time. It's not. You keep saying tune time.
Hey, I'm just saying we've been going on for an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's cool. We gotta make a banger with our first episode.
I thought you said you only wanted to be an hour.
This is the brokest
I said I was shooting for an hour.
ever.
Okay, I'm just saying we're hanging on topics for a long time.
I told Johnson I was shooting for an hour, and then depending on how it was going, we're having good conversation.
Yeah. I'm just
saying.
I
really wanted to say something.
What validation?
I don't remember.
My main topic is every situation is different.
Linking their shit?
No, I literally don't remember what it was about. Whatever.
Had a brain fart, bro. You fucked it up. It was
I
was doing so good. You know what I'm talking
No professionalism.
We'll end it with this, and this one won't last more than 5 minutes. Do you guys? And I know you already. Just a little bit. Okay, well, you already told me last night, and you spoke on it earlier. Do you guys believe in the universe giving you signs?
No.
You don't?
No.
So I have mixed things about that, right? I feel like if you manifest something, you can see how the world is like shaping up around your manifestation, like. But not to get too woosah, because it's kind of woosah if you think about it. You know what I mean?
This
like,
could lead into another hour of conversation.
It could.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
But like, don't worry, I'll keep it short. But for me, things has happened in my life where, because like you said, don't worry about the things you can't control. Yeah. So I tend to not do that, right? And if I just let something come to me naturally, everything usually always, like, I was talking to my my little cousin about this. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about, a certain situation. Because normally most things usually turn out for the better. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, when you just sit back and see what the universe gives you, it's easy. Like, so I don't know if it's science necessarily, but it's more so it's just like, I just expect better things to happen. Maybe I'm just optimistic, you know what I mean? But like, yeah. So I take it.
My input on it is, what will I say? I'll start off by saying this. Sorry to all the viewers out there, but I saw a video of Will Smith the other day saying that it's okay to have dreams and it's okay to believe in those dreams, but not everybody in your life should have access to those dreams. So with that being said, I've spoken to you about my dreams. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you off camera, but I'm not going to tell because not everybody deserves access to it. I have dreams. You know those dreams.
Yep.
Recently on Instagram, I've been seeing different posts. Since it's become more of almost a reality of my dreams, like, coming to fruition, just because of certain circumstances, I've been seeing different posts of, like, oh, you'll do this, you'll be able to do that, you'll be the first one in your family to do this, blah, 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 since then. So I don't know if I consider those signs, but, like, why am I now seeing those posts? As opposed to back when we were in Germany in September or whatever, to where it was a maybe. Like, now I know it's, like, more... The possibility of it coming to fruition is greater than it was. Why am I now seeing those posts?
Shit, maybe you get an answer out of this because that's tough. But the way I perceive people seeing signs is each and every day your mind, whether you realize it or not, is perceiving different things and wanting different things. Mm-hmm. Once you want a certain thing, you're willing, no matter what, to build that bridge towards that end goal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So at some point, if you're trying to get good grades and you're living a boring life in school, like, once something positive happens once, you start building that bridge like, oh, I'm on the track to getting good grades.
This is the moment.
Yeah, this is the moment. Yeah. You build that bridge because that is your current goal.
Yeah.
I feel like people see signs in life when they want a certain thing. So... if you go out drinking, this is more like relatable topic than school. You go out and you're like single for a long time, and the bartender, when you get a drink, like winks at you or gives you a free shot with it for once. You start building that bridge towards that sign, like, shit, this is my moment. I'm about to finally not be single. So why are you feeling that? Because you've been looking for a relationship for so long. Yeah, that's what your tunnel vision, your mind is focusing on. Wow. So you build bridges, you see the signs towards what you're currently into, and you don't realize that there's other tangents to life. Yeah, you know, it's really hard to describe and like fully understand. But I get it in my head. Hopefully, you understand.
That's very true. That helped a lot.
Cause like it's because when you say signs, I think of it more as a concept, right? Because what he just described was more so as like, you'll see what you want to see. Yeah.
Absolutely,
So basically, at that point, then it's a sign, But, like, that's why you have to be careful when you think it's like, what is a sign and what is a synchronicity? Because with synchronicities, it's like things are falling into place, right? Uh-huh. So is that falling into place, or are you perceiving something that you want to happen, right? Yeah. That's the big difference, so.
That's crazy.
Okay. Great example to relating to the military, because we're all in it. I absolutely want to get out. I want to move on with my life.
Same.
Yeah. Would I consider it, if my focus was staying in the military, I just got coined by a 3-star general. If my focus was staying in the military...
I've been coined by a 4-star.
Yeah. If my focus was staying in the military and I just got coined by a 3-star general, what would
that
you
would be a
think
good
my
boost.
sign would be? My sign would be, oh shit, I'm getting noticed. I should stay in.
Yeah.
But nope, I'm dead focused on getting out and moving on with my life. So when I get that coin, what do I see? Because I'm not building bridges towards the military. I look at that and say, that's cute. I'm still getting the hell out.
Dude,
right.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Why?
Because now I have to keep talking.
Okay.
Because that leads me to another thing.
Uh-huh.
You know how I feel. I want to get out also. But
hey, I'm just saying, the military has rights to us right now, so you better speak carefully.
I tweeted at the Air Force last year and said, at U.S. Air Force, there's no reason I should be smoking a blunt, or I shouldn't be able to smoke a blunt in my room right now. Guess what they did? Nothing. Anyways, I want to get out.
Uh-huh.
But ever since I've gotten to Korea, and I've expressed this to you so much, and I cannot put it in words, the difference between, and I know in your situation, your job is different than mine in terms of how it's ran or whatever.
Yeah.
But I cannot,
I know.
literally, I cannot, like I cannot, there's not a word to explain the gratefulness of how, what's the word? How much more structured this job is compared to my job to Fleet at Ramstein.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, I've been able to focus on me and do stuff. Within a month of starting my job, I was fully qualified on everything that I was able to be qualified on. The only thing I'm not qualified on is 60K.
Mm-hmm.
And Jizzle.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's been making me think like dude, like if I really like, and not even if I really tried, but like if I have good leadership and good people to look after, like this shit's easy. And that goes along with like me wanting to get out. Like I could do this shit for 20 years if I wanted to. Like this shit's very easy. I don't know what the point of me saying this was, but I guess now
I was say you're kind of scatterbrained right now. The question I'm asking is, you being qualified in the job that you're at right now, and like your goals that you want in life, what bridge do you want to build?
So my ultimate goal is to be, and I hate saying this, but it's just a necessity in life, to be financially stable and be happy. Mm-hmm. My dream of what I want to do, I could achieve that easily. Mm-hmm. Like being financially stable and happy.
Yep.
But
you can do that in anything.
On the other hand, staying in, I've seen the other day when we were at the barbecue, two of the tech sergeants were talking to me, and they presented me with options, or an option that would also help me achieve that goal of being financially stable and happy. So I guess what I'm saying is, the whole point of it, the signs, I don't know.
But that,
do what the fuck you want. I don't know.
But
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I think of that all the time, but you gotta remember, you're not always gonna be in Korea.
No, it's not Korea. That's the point. The option they presented me was to get out of Korea and further my stuff, because I guess my military goal right now is to get back to the States. Mm. And then that leads into
you can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, and then that leads into being happy. I don't know what the fuck my point is getting at, but I don't know.
I think it's clear to see you're still undecided what bridge you want to build.
I agree.
I don't want to say I'm 100% right, but I'm telling you, when it comes to seeing signs in life, it's whatever bridge you want to build.
Yeah,
you're going to see that, and you're going to perceive it and manifest it towards what you want.
Okay, I got you. So my dreams that I had, I was seeing those signs, the posts on Instagram, social media. Now, I'm seeing other signs leading to the other side. So I guess it is whatever you want. Yeah. And I guess I'm
and that's why I'm saying signs don't even exist. Because it's whatever your current mind state is, you're going to build that bridge with whatever signs you're seeing in life.
Okay. Yeah. No, 100%. The universe doesn't give you signs. That's it. He closed it off.
It's over.
We're out.
Unless you want them to.
Thanks for tuning in to the number 4 podcast in the world. We'll be number
67. We're on the way up.
Yeah,
it's not number 4.
Listen, we're around 69. So.
Here's my thing. Tell any host of a podcast to come see me with a fade, and we'll see who's number 1.
Tune can beat Logan Paul and Jake.
Oh my god. Good podcast. Yeah. Hey, fuck Logan Paul and fuck Jake Paul. No,
you can't put
that. Not fuck Logan. Just fuck Jake. Logan's cool. but I would beat the brakes off of.
We're editing that out easily. Yeah.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
What?
We're editing that part out.
Yo, yeah.
No, we're not.
Yeah, because
Why?
if you want to have beef with him, then I'm gonna have beef with him.
Why?
I'm gonna fight him too.
Why?
I'm not losing to him.
Okay.
Hey,
You can fight Logan then.
no, I don't. I want to fight Jake.
Say
Put that down. I want to fight Logan or Jake, whatever. I don't care. I don't even know who they are.
I want to fight
But,
Jake
you
to
know.
stop his hype train.
Oh wow, you just.
If Logan
you know
beats-
that's called a hater.
No.
It's called a hater.
Okay, no, I am a hater. Fuck him.
Cause he's like, man, that should be me, bitch.
It should. I'm more likable. I have more. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Nah,
Fuck him.
you got that on the
Fuck
soundbite.
him.
I'm more likable. I get more bitches. Like, that's your sub
I'm
notification.
prettier.
Yeah,
I'm handsomer.
The only
got
reason,
more hoes?
the only reason he is more successful in life right now is because of clout. If I had the same clout as him, I would kill him.
Well, I mean, he was on Disney, so.
Yeah.
Who,
fuck
Jake?
him. No, he blew,
Yeah.
they blew up off of a vine.
It's every day, bro. With the
Stop. What are you doing?
this is kryptonite.
You ain't built like me. You ain't real like me. They make a place in a field. Fuck you. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
All right.
Let's play Smash.
All right.